Motivation. It comes and goes, it ebbs and flows. Some days we feel like we could take over the world, and other days it's tough to just get out of bed. What lies ahead is the concept of a paradigm shift, which creates the framework for other videos to follow called pep talks. Pep talks revolve around a core change of perspective that help us see the world more in the way that it really is, instead of the common pitfalls we often fall into as business owners. Stay tuned. My name's Leo Manzione. I'm a business coach. Let's dive in. I've worked with a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs over the years, and not a single person I've ever met has a high level of motivation that stays constant. People, even the most excited, energetic people, tend to have ups and downs. So the pep talks ahead, like I said, revolve around a core change of perspective. But first we need to talk about what a change of perspective even is. It's called a paradigm shift. Paradigm shift, and I love the way Covey explained it. It's essentially the map that you have of a place that you're trying to traverse. For example, if you were trying to get around New York with the map of Chicago, you can imagine how poorly that would go. You want to have a map of the place that you're going around: New York with a map of New York, Chicago with a map of Chicago. So a paradigm shift is often when we're really shown that we have the wrong map. You probably have some in your life. I mean, maybe as a child you didn't like broccoli, and now as an adult you realize it fuels you, it's healthy, and maybe it doesn't even taste as bad as you originally thought it did. Maybe it's a perspective you have of a person. Sometimes it's even a perspective you have of yourself, where originally you thought that person was just evil or wrong, and you realize later on that you just didn't understand their motivations, or they just made a really bad first impression. Or maybe, if it's in regards to yourself, you're just judging yourself a little bit too hard and you need to give yourself a break. These paradigm shifts tend to relieve us, where afterwards we feel like we're not only interacting with the world the way that we should, it feels right. It feels like we're basing our actions on the truth, but it's also a weight lifted. So that's something you can look forward to, that weight being lifted and knowing that you can move forward, maybe not crystal clear on exactly what it is that reality is, because it's a never-ending process of figuring out what those true principles are, but feeling like you're more in the right direction. So I hope you enjoy these pep talks or conversations I have with my clients, phone, in person, over the internet, that really help them get back on track. So I'm excited to share them with you so that you can go through that paradigm shift yourself and get back on that right track. I'm Leo Manzione. I'm a business coach. I'm glad you're here.